10. How many? 6. How many? 7. How many? 2. How many? 4. How many? 5 and 4, 9. How many? 1. How many? How many? 3. How many? 5 and 3 is 8. How many? 5 and 4 is 9. How many? 5. How many do you see? 10. 5 on top, 5 on bottom. Good. How many do you see? 5 and 1 more is 6. Good. All right. If you are a first grader from Glenwood, you have heard that song before. It's I Do Not Like Green Eggs and Ham from Seussical, the musical. And our first graders, we were going to do a play, but it got canceled because of the coronavirus. So my little boy and I, we still like to listen to that song sometimes. So I thought Glenwood first graders might like to hear that. All right, so let's do some freeze frames. Are you ready? So let's freeze frame 10. So show me 10. And then do we need to add anything else to it? Nope, just 10. Let's do 12. So I'm going to freeze frame 10. And how many more do I need? 2 more. All right, let's do 15. So I'm going to freeze frame 10. And how many more do I need? 5. Let's do 19. So I'm going to freeze frame 10. And how many more do I need? 9. All right, let's do 18. So I'm going to freeze frame 10. How many more do I need? 8. That's right. What about 11? I'm going to freeze frame 10. And how many more? 1. All right, let's do 6. Do I need to freeze frame 10? Nope, I don't have a 10. I just have 6 ones. All right, let's see if we can do 8. Here's 8. So I don't have a group of 10. I only have 8 ones. How can we make 8? We could do 5 and 3. Or we could do 4 and 4. Yeah. All right. So today we are going to work on NBT.4, and that's adding with multiples of 10. So since we're going to be adding with multiples of 10, let's do our Ringo Rango and count by tens. Ringo, Rango, Tingo, Tango, dinosaurs have skin. Ringo, Rango, Tingo, Tango, I can count by 10. Help me out. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So when I say counting by multiples of 10, any of the numbers that we just said are multiples of 10. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and you keep going. All of those are multiples of 10. All right, so I have a problem that we're going to work on. This is a word problem here. It says Antonio has 36 jelly beans. Danny gives him 20 more. How many jelly beans does Antonio have now? All right, well, we're going to do a beginning, middle, and end. So usually when you guys read a book, your teacher might have you do beginning, middle, and end. So we're going to do beginning, middle, and end with this word problem. So what happens in the very beginning of this word problem? In the very beginning, Antonio gets what? 36 jelly beans. So that's what happens in the beginning. So we can look right here, and I've got a chart with beginning, middle, and end. So in the beginning, he gets 36 jelly beans. All right, what happens in the middle of our problem? In the middle, Danny gives him 20 more. So in the middle, Danny gives him 20 more. I can't hold my paper. There we go. In the middle, he gives him 20 more. Do we know what's happened at the end yet? We do not know what's happened at the end yet. So this problem is result unknown. We've talked about that before, result unknown. So we have to figure out the end of our problem. So he has 36 jelly beans. He gets 10 more. So the first thing we need to figure out is, do we need to add or take away? Well, he gets more, so we're going to add, right? Okay, so he started with 36 jelly beans in the beginning of our problem. So we just said we're going to add, and we're going to add 20 more. And then that's going to give us our result unknown. So one way that we could do that would be to draw out 36 jelly beans and 20 more, but that's going to take forever. So we could just know in our head. So I'm just going to draw a big blob right here, and that blob is going to represent 36. So that's our 36 jelly beans. And then I could add 10 more. So if I have 36 and I add a group of 10, so I've got a stick of 10 right here, but it says 20. So do I need one stick of 10 or do I need more? 10 and 10 would be 20, okay? So I have my group of 36 jelly beans, and I'm going to add 20 more. So that would be 2 groups of 10. So let's see, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. So that was 10. So if I add 10 more, what do you think that would be? So if 36 plus 10 was 46, then what do you think 10 more would be? Let's see if you can figure it out in your head. What do you think? 56? Is that what you said? So 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. You were correct if that's what you said. So that's one way we could do it. Or we could also do a number line. So I'm going to start at 36, and I'm going to draw a number line, and I'm going to hop up 36, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. But we only jumped 10. We only jumped one group of 10, so we need to jump another group of 10. So 46, so I'm going to jump 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. So I did that on a number line, okay? So our result unknown. What is our result unknown? We decided our answer is, or our sum is 56. So the beginning of our problem, Antonio had 36 jelly beans. In the middle, Danny gave him 20 more. And our result is that he has 56 jelly beans in all. All right, great job. Now we're going to try a different problem. Let's try, I have it right here, 40. Let me erase it. Let's erase this. So our problem is going to be 40 plus 16 equals what? So our problem is 40 plus 16. All right, we can break our 16 up on our mat right here. So if I break 16 up, how do you think I could do that? Let's see, what two numbers? How could I break that apart to make it into tens and ones? Well, I'm going to start with a group of 10 because I have a 1 in my tens place. And then how many ones do I have, do you think? So I've got 10, and then let's do our ones. So 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So let's see if that was my ones. So I have 10, and then I'm going to put them together. So 1, 2, 3, oh, it won't go, 4, 5, 6. So I have 10, one group of 10, and I have 6 ones. So I broke that number apart. So I've got a 10 plus 6. Okay, so that might make it easier to figure it out, because then, or 10, we like to pretend like it's a magic number because it's easy to add with tens, so we kind of call it the magic number. So now I'm going to rewrite my problem because it looks different now. So now I'm going to say 40 plus 10 plus 6 equals. Now that's the same exact thing. All I did was break that 16 apart, and I put a 10 plus 6 because that'll give us 16. So now let's see if that's easier to add. So let's see, I have to do 40 plus 10. That's the first part of my problem, 40 plus 10. So what would 40 plus 10 be? Well, if you don't know, all you have to do is count by tens. So I'm going to see if I can start at 40 and count up. So let's go even before that, 20. 20, 30, 40. If I add 10 more, that would be 50. Yeah. So I'm going to do the first part of my problem. 40 plus 10 would be, 50. But now I'm not done. I still have to add my 6 ones. Well, that would be pretty easy. I would have to do 50 plus 6. So what do you think that 50 plus 6 would be? Well, I can do 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and add 6 ones. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. So we are added by a multiple of 10, by 10. And 40 would also be a multiple of 10, all right? Let's try one more problem before we have to go. Let's do 63 plus 30. So that's going to be a multiple of 10, my 30 right there. Because if I'm counting by tens, 10, 20, 30. I say 30, okay? So I'm going to start with 63 and count up by 30. Let's see. I'm going to see if I could break this apart to make it a little bit easier. So I'm going to change my 63 into just 60. Because those multiples or 10 are much easier to work with. But now I can't forget that I have 3 more that I have to add to it. So I'm going to put plus 3 down here somewhere so I can remember that I have to add that 3 back there. Okay? So now if I do 60 plus 30, that's much easier. So I'm going to do 60, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, but then I need 30 more. So 60, so I just keep counting by 10. 60, 70, 80, 90. So we did our 60 right here. 60, 70, 80, 90. All right? So 60 plus 30 equals 90. And then I can't forget about my 3 down there, because remember I changed 63 and just made it 60, so it would be easier to add with. Now I just add that 3. So what would 90 plus 3 be? Well, that'd be 93. So I figured out that 63 plus 30 equals 93. But I just broke those numbers apart to make it easier. Counting by the magic number 10 is much easier. Okay? I said that we only had one problem left, but let's try another one because I think we have a few more minutes. So let's try this one. My number, let's see if you can guess my number. My number is 20 more than 40. That one's pretty easy. My number is 20 more than 40. So my problem would say 20 more than 40 is how I could write that. So I'm going to start with my biggest number. I'm going to start with 40 and put that in my head, and then I can just count up 20 more. So I could break that 20 apart and say that that's 10 plus 10. So 40, 50, 60. That would be 60. Another way you can do these, guys, is to just add your 10s and your 1s. So let's look at my number 20. Let's do this. 10s and 1s. So let's look at my number 20. I don't have any in my 1s place, and I have 2 10s. Let's look at my 40. I don't have any in my 1s place, but I have 4 10s. And then I can just add those together. I have 0 there, so I don't have any in my 1s place. And 4 plus 2 would be 6. So that's another way that you could do it. All right, guys, I hope that you enjoyed my Do Not Like Green Eggs and Ham song, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.